Park has seen 50 years of VHS basketball beloved by many generations of Bulldog players, fans, and coaches. He is without question an asset to VHS, and he's a really nice guy. Congratulations, Park, and thank you. And we have one more class from the past. From Coach Mark Blevins, if I can get it up here on the phone, come on. Having coached, and this is from Mark Blevins, who's a boys basketball coach for 22 years. Mark has coached in 4 different states at high school and college level. He's seen hundreds of clock operators, he says. In his 22 years as the head coach of Bearden High School, Park Coffin has been a part of the games, so many tight games and some that are runaways. The greatest of all America's Basketball Officials Association, headed by Kenny Coulter, have always expressed admiration for Park and the job he does at the table, because people don't realize clock operator is one of the officiating crew on the floor. Park Coffin, in my opinion, Mark's pivot, is the most dedicated, most efficient, hardest working, and best BEST clock operator that I personally ever witnessed in the game of basketball. Park, thank you for the memories, your years of service, and all you've done for high school basketball. As Park will tell you, he does it for the students, the kids, and the teams, and that's where it really comes in. It is our pleasure to have worked with you from Coach Blevins and BA. At this point, we got some presentations going on here. First of all, we have a presentation of the basketball with all the players' autographs from VHS, boys and girls varsity teams. Let's give him one more round of applause. He's going to get one or more here. The basketball says, also he had a plaque that has presentation of the plaque from coaches and players of all the basketball teams also. Once again, thank you, Park Coffin. 50 years of service to our community as well as our team. And this has come to play.
In the second half, Bearden came out determined to feed the ball inside to Treadwell. She scored 10 in the third and finishes the game with 12 points, as Treadwell was 4 of 6 from the foul line. So Gonzalez was 4 of 4 from the line, Treadwell was 4 of 6, and so the Lady Bulldogs were 8 of 10 from the line collectively, 13 three-pointers. Wow, that's like an ice pick to the brain. 13 three-pointers for Bearden in the ball game, having knocked down 10 of those in the first half. For Farragut, Allie Hines with 3 points on a third quarter three-pointer. Annalise Bishop, 4 of 4 from the line, finished with 8 points. Annie Priest, 8 points, included in her total a couple of threes. It was Avery Strickland with 3 three-pointers tonight. She was 1 of 3 from the line, finished with 12 points. Carly Vining with 2 points. McCall Willis, 2 of 2 from the line. She had 6 points. Ashlyn Sheridan, 2 of 2 from the line. Sheridan ties Strickland for team high honors with 12 points. Farragut was 9 of 11 from the foul line, 82%, and had 6 three-pointers. Knocked down 3 in the first half, 3 in the second half, as the Lady Admirals fall by a final of 69-51. Pleased to be joined now by Farragut head coach Jason Mayfield. And Coach, we were saying at the outset, I was saying at the outset, about the matchup difficulties Treadwell presents, but then you keep her scoreless in the first half. But they can't miss from long range in the first half. You come out in the second half, if you're going to make a move, you got to do so early. They're able to get the ball to Treadwell. She has a big third quarter after being held scoreless in the first half, and just so many weapons on this Bearden team. I was saying, if you make a short list of teams that are candidates, strongest candidates, I guess you would say, to win a state title, when you return 4 teams or 4 starters off a team that won 30 games last year, went to the state tournament themselves, that's it. That is an outstanding Bearden team, and they flexed their muscle tonight.
Yeah, I don't know that this 10 years of this rivalry, they had made 10 threes and a half, and even come close. So, they're already a really good basketball team, great basketball team. like you said, with Treadwell inside, it's a mismatch no matter how you draw it up. And then you go out there and you make 10 threes in the first half, and that's and it wasn't even the 10. It was probably 10 for 15 or something. It was a really, really good percentage.
Right. It felt like Brillhart was the only one that missed any threes, and she's normally one of their more probably reliable shooters.
Right.
But everybody else just was absolutely on fire.
Right. I mean, they played well. I mean, that sounds stupid, but we competed in the second half.
Yeah.
I think it was 22 at halftime, and it doesn't do us any good. But I think it finished 17 or 18, and our girls need to know that we can compete with them. I mean, we can compete with them without Keeley. And so we're just going to get better. We'll be fine. We got 2 young guards out there. I thought that they did a really good job past the first, few minutes of the game, which is tough. There's a lot of emotion in this game, and a lot of people, which is awesome. It's good to have fans back and kids back. But our young guards did well, and we got a freshman out there and a junior that hadn't played, and they pick up somehow magically a Division II senior point guard transfer. It's amazing. Hats off to them. They played well.
You mentioned, I mean, it's an outstanding team, and so a tough challenge. And then to be without Keeley Rogers, who you emailed me earlier, said she's still a week or 2 away from returning, and obviously you don't want to rush that. It's all the games, of course, the district games are important, but it is still a tournament sport.
I told the girls we have bigger goals with December 3rd.
Right.
I'm not taking anything away from this rivalry. It's fantastic. It's the best rivalry around. I'm privileged to coach in it. Our players are privileged to play in it. But we got way bigger goals with December 3rd. Can they make 10 threes in a half the next time we play them? We'll see. I'm hoping that we'll be fully healthy and ready to roll.
But you mentioned those young players that are stepping up in Keeley Rogers' absence, and that being Annalise Bishop and Annie Priest. Priest the freshman, Bishop the junior. And Annie tonight, a couple of threes from way downtown, showed her shooting range. 8 points tonight for the freshman. Came in averaging 5.2. Bishop with 8 points. I've got her scoring average here. I hadn't noted it earlier, but I was impressed at her aggressiveness taking the ball to the basket. That's something that I wouldn't have seen last year from her.
Annalise is a very, very smart basketball player, and she listens and she executes what we ask her to do. And it's going to be a growing period for both of them. But those 2 players getting into the teeth of the defense, into the paint, and creating things for themselves or others is what we want. When Keeley comes back, Keeley's not going to be running a lot of point guard for us. She'll do a lot of other things for her. We can put Keeley all over the floor. She will run some point. But those 2 are our point guards. It's great that we can start both of them, and both of them are learning at the same time. So they got to stick together. They push each other hard in practice. And I thought that they did a pretty good job tonight.
Against, a Bearden team that was pressing from the outset, and they had some turnovers early, but like you say, kind of got those under control. 5 in the first quarter, 12 for the game by my count. And
that may be the lowest we've had all year, 12 turnovers, and that's good. That's good. It's tough to watch sometimes when kids are, you feel like you got to help them somehow out there, and we try to do everything we can. But sometimes there's just a little growing period there where once we stop turning the basketball over as much as we do, and it's really not those 2, it's really everybody turning the basketball over as much as we do, then it'll help things out a lot.
And you talk about competing in the second half. McCall Willis, Ashlyn Sheridan, I mentioned during the game, I thought had done a nice job putting a body on Treadwell all night long, keeping her from dominating on the glass. And Sheridan is in particular in the second half able to knock some balls loose, track down some loose balls, create some scoring opportunities for herself, and capitalize on those scoring opportunities off of just what were effort plays, really.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing we have is leadership. Really all of our leaders. We have 6. Madison Foshee doesn't play, and Allie has some spot minutes as a role player. But those 4 main ones, they're competitors more than anything. And that shows in our practices. That shows in the way that they prepare. They won't walk out of here being like, oh, we won the second half. They won't do that. I mean, they're competitors. And so, like you said, when they can come out and they can battle, hey, I've been in some games over here when Bearden teams have shot or made way less than 10 threes, and we walked out of here and turned a 20-point game into a 35-point game.
Right.
So the fact that we were able to battle and compete, it just shows you really how tough our players are and just the competitiveness with which they play at.
So tonight was the District 4 opener. That's
it. That's all we got this whole semester.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're back in January with a full slate of district games, but tonight's the one December district game. But what do you think about this district this year? I know Maryville lost a lot off of last year's team. Bearden returns a lot. What about everybody else?
Maryville will be fine down the road. They've got some talented young players. They'll be fine. Heritage returns a lot. They're obviously, they beat us 2 out of 3 times last year. And then obviously you have Bearden, the team we just played. We would like to think that we could compete for the top. That's what our goal is every single time. And again, as soon as we get healthy, we'll be able to do that a little bit better. But even if we're not, some things happen down this road. It's a long season. We feel like we should still be up there at the top competing for that regular season championship. But it'll be tough. I mean, like I said, Heritage is no slouch, and then the district tournament is at Heritage.
Right.
William Blunt's got a couple phenomenal players, so you can't sleep on them. And then, like I said, Maryville's going to do nothing but get better. So it's still tough. And Hardin Valley's, their record's not going to be probably great as early in the district season because our district is so tough. They've got a couple really young, really good players as well. So it's always a challenge. It will be. We dropped Lenore City and West, or we didn't drop them, but Tibos dropped them.
Right.
Those are the 2 teams that were usually at the bottom. So that's doesn't make our district any easier.
Right.
So when those 2 teams are gone. So, we'll be ready to compete. Our schedule is loaded with tons of teams. This is definitely the most difficult schedule I've ever had, partly because we can't find anybody to play us. So being coaches are out there listening, we'll take any games. Of course, they'll be signing up next year, so they'll think that we're a little bit down or whatever. But it's how it works sometimes. But, we designed it on purpose. We've got a tough road. We go at Fulton, and then go up to Science Hill and play 2 really tough teams in Dobbins Bennett and Sullivan East. And then we come back, play Sevier County, who we've already lost to. And then we got 2 of the better programs in the state in Science Hill and Emsworth. So that's all before Christmas.
Right.
So it'll be a challenge. Hopefully we'll have Keeley back soon.
Well, and as you mentioned, the district is smaller this year, going to 4 classifications, so 6 members. So we'll be covering more of the non-district games this year on 105.3 WFIV. Our next broadcast Tuesday night from Fulton High School as the Admirals and Falcons square off. A win over Fulton in the Thanksgiving tournament, 60-49. That's usually one of the better. Well, I don't even know what they are anymore. I'm so accustomed to calling that a AA program. I guess that's probably 3A now.
Right.
Probably.
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I think it is 3A.
But of that size school, they're usually one of the stronger programs.
I'll tell you, it was 60-49, but it definitely was not an 11-point game. I mean, it was close. We got fortunate there at the end, and we executed and made some free throws. I think they had a technical in there somewhere too. That was a big play. So they gave us every bit of the challenge that we want and that we need. So that'll be a tough one. We gotta regroup quickly. I just told them in the locker room, rest. You get 2 days off. It's the first time we've had 2 days off since we started November the 1st. We've been doing a ton of stuff. So we'll get rested. We'll be ready to go at Fulton Tuesday.
Well, Coach, appreciate you coming up and chatting after a difficult loss, but hope brighter days ahead. Like you say, it's just one game in December.
We'll be nothing but get better.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Coach Jason Mayfield as the Lady Admirals fall tonight, 69-51. Bearden shooting lights out, in particular in the first half when they hit 10 of what would be 13 three-pointers on the night for the Lady Bulldogs. Avery Treadwell held scoreless in the first half, puts up 12 second-half points for Bearden. And the Lady Bulldogs leading 44-22 at halftime, win it 69-51 as Farragut's leading scorers tonight, Ace Strickland and Ashlyn Sheridan with 12 points apiece. Sheridan scoring 10 of her 12 in the second half, where again I thought she in particular really stood out for just effort plays that she made as Farragut continued to battle despite being down in lopsided fashion. So, Lady Admirals are now 4-3 on the season and return to action Tuesday night at Fulton. Again, we'll have the broadcast. Tip should be around 6 o'clock. We were running a little bit late this evening as the girls' JV game ran long. Bearden won the girls' JV game, I believe it was 34-28. So, the Lady Bulldogs win this girls' varsity matchup 69-51. And we turn our attention now to the boys. And somewhat similar situation to the girls in that Bearden holds a long winning streak in this rivalry. The Bulldogs on the boys' side of things have won 11 in a row over Farragut, 20 of the last 21. But last year, it was Bearden winning at Farragut on last season, I should say. It was Bearden winning at Farragut on January 9th, 54-49. And so Farragut battling, but coming up 5 points shy at home. And then when they squared off 3 weeks later here at the Doghouse, it was Bearden winning by 22, 79-57. I would think that, Bearden's a team that wants to get out in transition. Coach Higgins was telling me earlier that they shoot the ball perhaps better than some recent Bearden teams do, but even so, they're not going to run a lot of half-court offense, shoot a lot of threes necessarily. They want to create offense with their defense. They want to get out on the break. And so it certainly behooves Farragut for the game to be in the 50s as opposed to the 70s or even up into the 80s. The Bulldogs come in off their first loss of the year. They're 6-1. They fell at Catholic on Tuesday, 64-55. And they've scored 110 against Ottawa, 82 against Concord Christian. Low-scoring game against Lakeway Christian, but they won by 23, 55-32. Scored 62 in a 15-point victory over McCallie. Mopped the floor with Volunteer, 80-37. Defeated Sullivan East, high-scoring affair, 80-74. And then the aforementioned loss to Catholic. Meanwhile, Farragut, with the victory over Bradley Central, our first broadcast of the season, 56-53. They then defeated East Hamilton 74-50, defeated Jefferson County 86-52, ran their record to 4-0 with a 59-51 victory over Christian Academy before losses in the Thanksgiving tournament at Farragut. 1-point losses, a pair of them, to Morristown East, 86-85 in triple overtime, and a loss to Fulton on a buzzer beater, 66-65. The Falcons prevailed. So Farragut's 4-2. Bearden is 6-1. Teams being introduced. The Admirals are in their road navy with the white numerals outlined in gray. Farragut coached by John Higgins. He's assisted by Justin Wakefield, Steve Hampton, and Austin Glasgow. Bearden's coached by Jeremy Parrott. He's assisted by Tyler Place, Luke West, Eric Sandifer, and Darren Higgins. Bearden in its home white with the maroon numerals outlined in gray. Elijah Breadwood, senior for the Bulldogs, in the starting lineup. Tyree Gibson, 5'9", a senior, also starting tonight for the Bulldogs. Darian Bailey, 6'6", a senior. Believe he's a transfer. So Bearden on both the girls and boys side just seem to always get some surprise contributors, some transfers. Here's Hayden Mosley, 6'4", a senior, and rounding out the starting five for Coach Parrott, it's number 35, Walker Kyle, 6'5", a senior. So 6'5", Kyle, 6'4", Mosley, 6'6", Bailey. So three players taller than anybody Farragut can put on the floor. The Admirals, meanwhile, counter with Dylan Atwell. Well, let's see, Dylan Atwell, number 4, senior. Number 5, Ryan Neal, senior. Number 10, Tyson Jackson, a junior. Number 13, Dallas Carbaugh, who's jumping. Bearden will control the opening tip. Carbaugh, the junior. And let's see, Carter Mayfield, the other starter tonight for the Admirals. He's a senior, wears number 14. Bearden with the opening possession of the ball game as Breadwood pulls up left side, shoots over Mayfield, no good. Rebound tracked down by Ryan Neal. Farragut with its first possession of the ball game as Neal brings it in front court, gives to Atwell, drives the lane, it comes wide open, and Atwell scores with the left hand as he's able to beat Mosley to the basket. So Atwell gets Farragut on the board. In the front court, the Bulldogs with Tyree Gibson, guarded by Ryan Neal. Gibson gives off to Breadwood. Mayfield on him man-to-man. Left side it goes to Walker Kyle. Kyle drives in off the left wing, gives back to Breadwood for a long three from out top. No good. Bearden had the rebound but lost it. Atwell comes up with it, pushes the ball ahead to Tyson Jackson. Jackson ahead to Carbaugh. Carbaugh with the left hand, scores. Admirals get out in transition themselves. We talk about Bearden wanting to score on the break, but Carbaugh with the first transition points of the ball game, and they belong to the Admirals, who lead 4-0. Into the lane for Bearden, scooping up a shot, Darian Bailey. It's offline. Farragut with a rebound. In front court, Mayfield takes a pass from Atwell. Three-pointer from the right wing, no good. Rebounded away by Bailey. Good look for Mayfield. Rim kicked it out. Kyle will be bumped and fouled from behind by Farragut's Tyson Jackson. Looked like he was losing his balance and stumbled into Kyle. And so Jackson, the Farragut Jr., picks up the first foul of the ball game. Bearden's going to get Wyatt Showmaker, 5'8" senior, into the ball game for Tyree Gibson. I say Shoemaker. Okay. Four to nothing, Farragut leading. Bearden with the basketball. Walker Kyle left side, drives baseline, pulls up and missed from in close. Ball was tipped, comes to Bailey. Bailey misses in close. Farragut tips the rebound to Mayfield. Bearden misses two in close. Here's Mayfield driving to the basket with the left hand, no good. Put back, and the Admirals can't hit on the second put back. A third try results in a foul. Tyson Jackson continues to battle. Missed on the putback, but gathered his own miss and then was fouled by the Bulldogs. Darian Bailey has assessed the foul. So at the free throw line, shooting the first choice automotive free throws, it will be Farragut's Tyson Jackson. The first is good, the second is no good. So one of two at the line. Check out firstchoiceautomotiverepair.com. Bearden's Breadwood drives the right side of the lane, misses, and the Admirals' Tyson Jackson with a rebound. Farragut missing Elisha Brabson. He's going to be out a week or two. He's in a walking boot. Brabson been playing well early in the season, so that's a big loss. Here's Atwell trying a three from the right side. No good. Long rebound. Neal, his shot is blocked by Bailey. Bearden comes up with it. Breadwood ahead for a slam as Mosley throws it down. 5-2, Bearden on the board. Atwell in front court. Bailey takes him on a switch. Now Mosley has him as Atwell into the paint. Turnaround jumper, good by Dillon. Dillon with a little turnaround fadeaway, his second bucket of the ball game, and Farragut leads 7-2. Breadwood, left wing, guarded by Mayfield. Out top to Shoemaker. Shoemaker, free throw line jumper, rattles home. Shoemaker off the bench has Bearden's second bucket. 7-4, our score, 4:50 to play. Opening quarter here at Bearden High School. Left side pass, Ryan Neal, guarded by Breadwood. Neal off to Jackson. Jackson into the paint against Bailey. Tough shot. Bailey blocked it and then comes up with a loose basketball. Bailey in front court for Bearden. Looks down low and finds Walker Kyle, who lays it up and in. Bailey, good look on the assist, and Kyle with his first bucket. As Bearden closes to within one, 7-6. Dylan Atwell in front court, right side guarded by Mosley. Carbaugh comes open, top of the key, three, too strong. And Mosley has a rebound ripped away by Atwell, puts up a shot, no good. Breadwood comes away with it. Breadwood for Bearden in front court, off to Bailey, left side three for Bailey, short. Mayfield the rebound, gives off to Atwell. Atwell quickly in front court, Bearden's back defensively. Mayfield takes the pass, has it knocked away from behind, but it's saved by Atwell. He'll try a three offline. Rebounded by Bearden's Shoemaker. Shoemaker in front court for the Bulldogs, picked up by Ryan Neal. Gives to Bailey, who's guarded by Carball. Left side, Breadwood tries a three over Mayfield. No good. Rebounded away by Tyson Jackson of Farragut. Admirals slow the pace down, leading 7-6 with 3.5 minutes to go in our opening quarter here at Bearden High School. Atwell across the timeline, picked up man-to-man by Mosley. Drifts right. Back to Carball. Carball, 16-footer, straight in front. No good. Bailey the rebound for the Bulldogs. Damian Bailey brings it up himself. Bounce pass, stolen away. Carter Mayfield slides in front in the post, makes the steal. Mayfield to Atwell at the free throw line. Left side Neal for a three, no good. And Bearden will get a deflected rebound as Mosley ahead to Breadwood. Breadwood and Mayfield in a collision, and they'll call a blocking foul on Carter Mayfield. First foul on Mayfield, second foul on Farragut as a team. And the ball is on the baseline. Bearden's trying to shoot free throws. Farragut gets Tyson Jackson out of the ball game, as checking into the lineup for the Admirals is senior Isaiah Smith, number 12. Bearden inbounds the ball. Bailey has it out top, guarded by Neal down the right side of the lane. Walked a mile, no call, grabs it back and scores. Maybe they say the ball was loose, not in his possession. Bailey with the bucket. Farragut driving the other way. Carball takes the pass from Smith, driving to the bucket, lays it up and in. Dallas with his second bucket. Smith on the assist. 4 Bulldogs have scored. 3 Admirals. Here's Breadwood. Drive to the basket, and they'll call Mayfield on the foul, which should be his second.
His second, correct.
And so Breadwood's going to shoot a pair. First choice automotive repair and service free throws upcoming for Elijah Breadwood, the Bearden senior. First free throw of the night for the Bulldogs by Breadwood is good. Another one coming. Dominic Van Acker, a freshman, checks into the ball game for the Admirals. Bailey's going to go to the bench for Bearden. Jake Poole checks in for the Bulldogs between free throws. So Farragut's got Van Acker, Smith, Carball, Neal, and Atwell on the floor. Mayfield goes to the bench for those 2 fouls. Meanwhile, Breadwood converts both of his first choice automotive free throws. Check out firstchoiceautomotiverepair.com. 10-9, Bearden leading. Isaiah Smith, right side three, no good. Rebounded away backside by Shoemaker. Shoemaker quickly in front court for Bearden, down low to the cutter, underneath the basket. Jake Poole takes the pass and shoots all in one motion, reversing under the basket. It's Poole scoring as he becomes the 6th Bulldog in the scoring column. Ball knocked away from Atwell, grabs it back, feeds Neal on the left side. He'll pull up for a mid-range jumper, good from 15. Atwell, good composure, just grabbed the ball back after Bearden had knocked it free, and then found Neal for a mid-range jumper, his first basket, as he becomes the 4th Admiral to score. Farragut trailing 12-11. This will be Breadwood trying a three. No good. Carball the rebound. Gives off to Atwell. Farragut brings it in front court with 1:20 to play. First quarter. Right side pass, Isaiah Smith. Guarded across the way there by Jake Poole. Smith moves to the hash mark right side. Gives to Atwell out near midcourt. Atwell working the crossover against Mosley into the lane, gives to Carball. Baseline jumper right side, no good. Ball knocked loose. It's Van Acker picking it up, but his shot is swatted away from behind. Shoemaker comes up with it for Bearden. Pulls up in front court as Smith is back defensively for the Admirals. 50 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Bearden with the ball and a 1-point lead, 12-11. Breadwood driving left side, gives in the corner to Shoemaker. Shoemaker moves to the free throw line. Ball's knocked loose by Neal. Neal with the steal, driving in front court all the way to the rim. Missed the shot, deflected out of bounds, touched last by the Bulldogs. Second turnover for Bearden, but the Admirals, for the time being, unable to capitalize They do have possession underneath their own basket. Ryan Neal's going to get a breather. 36.7 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Returning to the lineup for Farragut, Tyson Jackson. Atwell inbounding. It comes into Smith in the left corner, driving baseline, threw it into a lot of traffic in the lane, and it's a steal for Bearden. Bailey comes up with it. That's Farragut's first turnover. Bailey into front court. Makes a move into the paint, and it's going to be fouled apparently by Dominic Van Acker. Van Acker, Farragut freshman with his first foul, team fourth. Bearden has just one foul. 23 seconds to play, opening quarter. Shoemaker head fakes a three and took steps. Third turnover for Bearden. 21.7 seconds remaining in the opening quarter, and the Admirals with a chance to take the lead at the end of the first quarter. Farragut gets into the ball game. David Beaver, senior post for Carball. Also up off the bench is Neal, but he's not going to be able to get in time. So Carball will get a little extra breather at the quarter break as Atwell brings the ball in front court, guarded by Hayden Mosley of Bearden. 11 seconds to play, opening stanza, as Atwell uses a screen by Beaver. Bailey knocked the ball loose on a double team, and on the floor, possession arrow is to Farragut. .9 seconds to play. Van Acker out of the game. Ryan Neal checks in. So Farragut looking for a good look with 2.9 seconds to play. Across the way, it'll be Tyson Jackson inbounding to Atwell. Atwell into the lane. Floater with the right hand. Good off the window. Atwell, who had himself a monster game against Fulton with 39 points the last time out, scores on a floater through the paint as the horn sounds, ending the first quarter. And it gives Farragut a lead at the end of one. Atwell with 6 of Farragut's 13 as the Admirals lead the Bulldogs here at Bearden High School 13-12. Back in 1 minute with second quarter action as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Hello, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. After 22 years, we are both proud and humbled by how this community has embraced us. We are proud to sponsor the broadcast of the Admirals football games, and we are humbled by the support we've been shown during these past couple of years. We remain committed to offering the highest quality cookies, pastries, pies, and breads, and our cake decorator will make your special occasion a dazzling affair. Open Wednesday through Saturday in the Cole Shopping Center. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking at VG's Bakery.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
Cross-court pass on the first possession of the second quarter belonging to Bearden results in a turnover. Breadwood went up high but couldn't stay in bounds with it. So Farragut in front court. Atwell's going to be pushed and fouled on a drive to the basket as Tyree Gibson picks up just Bearden's second foul. Just underway, second quarter in the round ball version of the Battle of West Knoxville, and Farragut with a miscommunication on an inbound. Smith cut right, you might say, and Atwell thought he was going to stay put or perhaps cut left. Whatever the case, it's Farragut's second turnover, this one of the unforced variety. 13-12. Farragut leading by 1. Admirals with 4 players in the scoring column, led by Dylan Atwell's 6. Bearden's got 6 players with 2 points apiece. Farragut man-to-man. Neal on Breadwood. Breadwood got away from him, drives the left side of the lane and scores with the left hand. Breadwood with his first field goal, and he's got 4. And Bearden seesaws in front, 14-13. David Beaver into the left corner to Ryan Neal. Neal spins away from Breadwood, drives into the lane, able to find Atwell on the right wing for a 3. Nice bounce pass. But Atwell comes up short on the three-point attempt, and then Farragut reaches and fouls as David Beaver picks up his first foul, and already the 5th foul on Farragut as a team. So Bearden drawing quickly closer to the bonus. 6:43 to play first half here at Bearden High School as Kyle is that's gonna be a backcourt violation. There you go. Farragut knocked the ball loose. Good defensive play by the Admirals. I believe it was Ryan Neal, and Bearden touched the ball with momentum going towards rear court, touched it in front court, and then touched it again in rear court with Walker Kyle. That'll be turnover number 5 for the Bulldogs. Farragut with the ball in the hands of Jackson between the circles. Gives to Neal on the right wing. Breadwood shadowing him. Bounce pass goes to Kyle in the left corner. To Jackson in the left corner, guarded by Kyle. And he's forced out of bounds, but apparently not forced hard enough to draw a foul, and instead they simply say Jackson stepped on the baseline, committing the Farragut turnover. Jackson out of the game. Carball back in. So you've got Beaver, Neal, Atwell, Smith, and Carball on the floor for Coach Higgins. Breadwood gives off to Gibson for Bearden. Gibson guarded out top by Neal. Off to Jake Poole, guarded by Isaiah Smith. Poole with the ball out near midcourt. Into the lane, bounce pass down low to Walker Kyle, lays it up and in. Good penetration by Poole, bounce pass down low to Kyle, set him up nicely, and Kyle knocks it home off the window. He's got 4, and Bearden leads 16-13. Smith comes off a screen, top of the key. Atwell instead to Carball. Head fakes a 3 against Kyle. Takes him into the lane. Floater with the left hand. Good. Got him off balance. Faking the 3. Beat him to the basket. And Carball, again, scores on the floater in the paint. He's got 6. He and Atwell, Farragut's leading scorers as the Admirals pulled it within 1. That's a walk. And Gibson lost his balance on a drive to the bucket. He thought perhaps he was fouled. The official didn't see it that way. And it'll be Bearden's 3rd turnover of the second quarter, 6th of the first half. The Admirals get the ball back as Gibson takes a seat on the Bearden bench. I guess it's Shoemaker maybe who returned to the lineup. Farragut goes down low to Carball, and he stutter stepped. So the Admirals had only 1 turnover in the first quarter, 3 here in the second quarter. And Bearden, Shoemaker, across the timeline, gives to Breadwood. Breadwood driving right side, miss, but there's Kyle with a putback. The wide body, Walker Kyle, secures an offensive rebound and scores on a stick back. And Coach Higgins is going to use a 30-second timeout with 4:47 to play in our first half, and Bearden leading 18-15. So Breadwood or Kyle now is Bearden's leading scorer with 6 points, 4 in the quarter. Breadwood has 4, and also for Bearden, Wyatt Shoemaker, Darian Bailey, Hayden Mosley, and Jake Poole with 2 points apiece. Meanwhile, for Farragut, Dallas Carball and Dylan Atwell each have 6. Ryan Neal has 2, and Tyson Jackson with 1 point, 1 of 2 from the foul line. For Farragut Jr., Tyson Jackson. The only free throws the Admirals have attempted. Meanwhile, Bearden's only shot a pair as well. Elijah Breadwood converting both of those first-choice automotive free throw attempts. Farragut led 13-12 at the quarter break. Currently down 3, 18-15, as they return to the floor in possession of the basketball. Farragut has got Dominic Van Acker back in the game. He gives to Ryan Neal. Neal down the lane with the left hand, switched hands, tough shot off the back of the rim, no good. Breadwood leads the break back the other way. Looked like he walked, no call. Scores off the window. Breadwood's got 6, matching Kyle for high scoring honors thus far for the Bulldogs. 20-15, the Bulldogs with their biggest lead. Neal pulls up right side jumper, good. Ryan Neal, he's a throwback in that he has got a really good mid-range game. 4 points on a couple of mid-range jumpers in this first half for Ryan Neal. 20-17. Farragut trailing by 3. Bailey, right side, drives into the lane with the right hand, scores. Darian Bailey with 4 points, and Bearden reestablishes that 5-point cushion at 22-17. Carter Mayfield at the scorer's table, ready to return to the lineup with 2 fouls. Here's Neal taking a pass in the lane, and Neal quickly to the basket. Scoops it up, used his body to protect the shot, scores with the right hand. Ryan Neal's got 6, 22-19. Shoemaker to Bailey. Bailey nearly traveled as he got up in the air, nowhere to go with it. At the last instant, gets it off to Shoemaker, who drives the lane, scoops it up with the right hand, no good. Rebounded by Atwell. Now from behind, Atwell will have it knocked away by Shoemaker. Given to Bailey. Bailey in transition back the other way, scores. And so the Bulldogs create a turnover and score on the other end in transition, and they lead 24-19. 2:58 to play, first half here at Bearden High School, as Atwell is guarded by Shoemaker, gives to Van Acker, top of the key, he's guarded by Poole. Now to Beaver, sliding through the lane, to Carbaugh on the left wing. Carbaugh got around Kyle, was bumped by Kyle, and they'll call the foul on Bulldog senior, Walker Kyle. It's his first and the team third. Ryan Neal and David Beaver will get breathers, and Farragut gets Carter Mayfield into the game, as well as, I guess it's Tyson Jackson returning to the lineup. Carter Mayfield out top for the Admirals, guarded by Poole. Off right side to Carbaugh. Diagonal pass into the left corner to Van Acker, drives baseline. Farragut trying to move the ball around the perimeter quickly. It was deflected, though, on the pass from Carbaugh to Atwell. Atwell grabs it back near the timeline. Working in the lane against Mosley and scores with the right hand. Got around Mosley and scooped it up off the window. Good. Atwell with his first basket of the second quarter. He's got 8. And Farragut pulls back to within 3 points of the homestanding Bulldogs, 24-21. Poole with the ball right side for Bearden. At the free throw line, Mosley puts it on the deck, drives and scores with the left hand. Nice finish at the rim for Hayden Mosley. And again, a 5-point lead for Bearden, 26-21. Atwell, right side Van Acker. Hands to Mayfield in the corner. Poole takes him on a switch. Now to Atwell out top, guarded by Shoemaker. Atwell behind his back, into the lane. Dribble knocked away, grabs it back, gives to Van Acker on the left wing. He'll shoot a 3 over Breadwood. Good. The freshman, Dominic Van Acker, buries a 3, contested 3. And the Admirals trail by 2, 26-24. Bailey, right side Breadwood, guarded by Atwell. Breadwood to the free throw line. Tough 15-footer over Atwell, no good. Carbaugh tips and controls the rebound. Given to Atwell up the right side in front court. Now to Carbaugh on the left side, guarded by Bailey. Back to Atwell near midcourt. Left side Carbaugh, great look for 3. Bang! Farragut leads on a 3 by Dallas Carbaugh, 27-26. First 3 of the ball game for Dallas. Farragut's second 3. 45 seconds to play in the half. And got a foul on Farragut. Atwell out of the game, Ryan Neal back in. It looked like the indication was Tyson Jackson picked up the foul call. I honestly didn't see it. Was looking down at the stat sheet. Bearden with the ball. Official getting some clarification at the scores table about what, I'm not exactly sure. Bearden's in the bonus, 35 seconds to play. Bulldogs lob down low for Mosley, thrown, that Farragut forced him deep under the basket and he couldn't get there. And so the Admirals with the steal as Bearden commits its 7th turnover. So let's see if the Admirals, leading by 1, hold for a final shot. 20 seconds to play. Neal guarded by Breadwood. 14 seconds to play. Count is still on. Neal makes a move, I thought. Left side, it goes to Carbaugh. Carbaugh driving, forces up a tough shot. Fouled, though. Mosley with the foul. I think they've overstated perhaps Mosley's height. Carbaugh looks every bit as tall as Mosley, as he took him to the basket on that possession for the Admirals, resulting in a foul and First Choice Automotive free throws. Check out firstchoiceautomotiverepair.com. And so Carbaugh with the free throw up and good. Second first choice automotive repair and service free throw coming for the Farragut junior. The left-hander puts it up and knocks it down. He's got 11 to lead the Admirals in scoring. Farragut 3 of 4 from the line. Closing seconds, first half. Shoemaker to the basket against Mayfield, scores on a drive. And so Shoemaker with the bucket beats the horn, and it'll be Bearden closing to within 1. The Admirals were up 29 to 26, but Shoemaker able to score on a contested drive to pull the Bulldogs to within 1 at intermission. Again, Farragut leading 29 to 28. We'll get a 2-minute break and return to take a look at the numbers from the first half. You're listening to Farragut High School Basketball, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You haven't really had wings until you experience Craven Wings, East Tennessee's best wings, fresh, never frozen. No antibiotics, steroids, or hormones, and always gluten-free, which means a taste that will keep you craving more. Their sauces are made in-house, including University of Tennessee's tight end Jacob Warren's personal sauce 87. Watch the game on 26 flat screen TVs or sit outdoors on their spacious patio. Check out daily specials like their Wednesday Wing Ding or their Monday Burger Bash. Craven Wings is located at 12350 South North Shore Drive in Knoxville. Hot and crispy and cooked fresh to order. We'll see you there, y'all.
Order online at www.cravenwings.com.
Looking for a fast quote? How about the right quote? We here at the Mike Dyer Agency can deliver both to help you with your insurance needs. Call us today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
You've got dirt, grime, and french fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our area locations today or check us out at PureMagicCarWash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Welcome back to Bearden High School's Doghouse as the Admirals lead over the homestanding Bearden Bulldogs at halftime, 29 to 28. Appreciate you joining us, whether in the greater Knoxville area on FM 105.3 WFIV, online, WFIV.com, and other online option would be the video stream provided by BDC Productions. You can go to FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com and follow the links for Brandon Campbell's video stream, our audio accompanying that video. And we'll be back on the air Tuesday night as Farragut travels over to Fulton High School. The Lady Admirals with an 11-point victory over Fulton in the Thanksgiving tournament at Farragut, 60-49. Fulton boys defeated the Admirals on a buzzer beater, 66-65. So Farragut comes into this matchup a district opener against the Bearden Bulldogs, having lost back-to-back games after starting the season 4-0. And Bearden comes in off its first loss of the year to an outstanding Catholic team. As Catholic won 64-55 on Tuesday after the Bulldogs had won their first 6 games, all by, well, except for Sullivan East, all by pretty convincing margins. The Sullivan East game, it was a 6-point victory for Bearden, 80-74. But I mentioned as we transitioned from our girls broadcast to the boys game that it would behoove Farragut for this game to be in the 50s, not in the 70s or 80s. And again, you look back on last year's matchups, and it was Farragut coming up just shy against the Bulldogs in the first meeting at Farragut, 54-49. But when the score, when it was a higher scoring game in the rematch 3 weeks later here at Bearden, it was the Bulldogs winning rather handily, 79-57. Well, through the first half tonight, it is on pace to be the type of game the Admirals needed to be to maximize their chances of pulling off the upset over the Bulldogs, as 29-28, Farragut leading at intermission. Farragut jumped out to a 5-0 lead, matched that 5-point cushion at 7-2. Bearden took its first lead at 12, led. Its biggest lead of the first quarter was 12-9. And then the Admirals tallied the final 4 points of the opening quarter, led 13-12 at the quarter break. Multiple times in the second quarter, Bearden had a 5-point cushion. I believe 24-19 might have been the last. The first 5-point lead came at 20-15, but it was Farragut coming back, leading 29-26 before Wyatt Shoemaker was able to beat the buzzer on a drive to the bucket score ahead of the buzzer to pull the Bulldogs to within 1 at intermission. 29-28 our score, both teams scoring 16 second quarter points. I had Bearden with 7 first half turnovers, 3 in the first quarter, 4 in the second, and Farragut with 5 first half turnovers, 1 in the opening quarter, 4 in quarter number 2. Looking at the individual scoring for Bearden, Elijah Breadwood, 2 of 2 from the line, 6 first half points. Wyatt Shoemaker, 4 points. Darian Bailey with 6 points. Hayden Mosley with 4. Jake Poole with 2. And Walker Kyle with 6 points. So Kyle and Bailey, Bearden and Breadwood, a trio of Bulldogs, leading Bearden in scoring with 6 points apiece in the first half. For Farragut, Dominic Van Acker, 3 points on a second quarter three-pointer. Dylan Atwell with 8 points. Ryan Neal with 6 points. Tyson Jackson, 1 of 2 from the line, 1 first half point for the Farragut junior. And Dallas Carbaugh, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 three-pointer. Carbaugh leads all scorers with 11 points. So Farragut was 3 of 4 from the first choice automotive repair and service free throw line, 75%. Bearden was 2 of 2 from the foul line. Bulldogs did not hit a three-pointer. Farragut with 2 threes, getting 1 apiece from Dominic Van Acker and Dallas Carbaugh. Again, your halftime score is Farragut 29 and Bearden 28. Let's get a 2-minute break. We'll return with, we'll be close to second half action by that point. A 2-minute break for our sponsors. Again, your halftime score, Farragut leading Bearden 29-28 as you listen on Farragut's independent voice, 105.3 WFIV.
Hello, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. After 22 years, we are both proud and humbled by how this community has embraced us. We are proud to sponsor the broadcast of the Admirals football games, and we are humbled by the support we've been shown during these past couple of years. We remain committed to offering the highest quality cookies, pastries, pies, and breads, and our cake decorator will make your special occasion a dazzling affair. Open Wednesday through Saturday in the Cole Shopping Center. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking at VG's Bakery.
During November at Rocky Top Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. No money down, no payments till 2022, and the no-cost lifetime warranty. It's the Black Friday sales event with savings all month long at Rocky Top. New 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with third row is in stock. New 2021 Ram trucks available for immediate delivery. It's the Black Friday sales event all month long at Rocky Top. Rocky Top Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. I-40 exit 407 or online at RockyTopChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
You've got dirt, grime, and French fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our area locations today or check us out at PureMagicCarWash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Do you remember your family's favorite local pizzeria when you were growing up? The birthday parties, sports celebrations, hot, melty, cheesy topped pizzas, the hot, savory garlic knots, the enormous meatballs. The Pizza Kitchen, 10420 Kingston Pike, bordering West Knoxville, and Farragut is that place where your memories of tomorrow are made. On the web at thepizzakitchenknoxville.com or by phone 865-577-9191.
Welcome back to Bearden High School, District 4 4A opener for both the homestanding Bulldogs and the visiting Farragut Admirals tonight, as Farragut comes in 4-2, Bearden 6-1. Only other district game tonight, William Blount and Heritage are playing. We'll see if perhaps there are any updates where that's concerned. I can tell you that, no surprise, Alcoa won the Class 3A state football championship today at University of Tennessee Chattanooga. South Pittsburgh rallied to beat McKenzie in the 1A championship game 24-21. And Powell currently leads Page in the 5A game 21-14. Farragut with the ball to begin the third quarter. It'll be Dylan Atwell with a three from out top. Good. Atwell's first of the night, Farragut's third, and the Admirals out to a strong start to begin the third quarter, leading 32-28. Redwood driving right baseline for Bearden. Shot blocked by Ryan Neal. Loose ball. Carter Mayfield's got it. He's knocked to the floor. And they're going to say he fell on the baseline. Well, from this angle, it sure looked like he had some assistance, which Carter demonstrates with a little body language. And it'll be Bailey inbounding for Bearden from the baseline right. And it comes to Walker Kyle. Kyle will hand it off then to Tyree Gibson. So the same five that began the game for both Coach Jeremy Parrott and Coach John Higgins. Bailey drops it off down low to a wide open Mosley, and Mosley lays it up and in. Everybody converged on the shooter, and at the last second, Bailey with the assist down low to Mosley, who has 6 points. He becomes the fourth Bulldog with 6 points. All leading scorers, co-leading scorers for the Bulldogs. Neal spinning in the lane against Redwood. Kicks out to Carball. Good look for three. Bang! Carball's second three of the ball game, and Farragut's second in as many possessions here in the third quarter. Carball now with 14 points. Leads all scores. Farragut up 35-30. Matches the Admirals' biggest lead, which was 5-0 at the outset and 7-2. Redwood driving left side, shut down on the block, and Farragut with a steal. It's Atwell bringing it in front court. Gibson's back defensively. Atwell gets away from Kyle, shoots from 17, no good. Rebound will go to Mosley of Bearden. Given to Gibson. Gibson in front court for the Bulldogs, pulls up on the right wing, guarded there by Atwell. Now drives baseline, loops it out top to Bailey, guarded by Mayfield. Bailey loses his dribble. Neal is able to push it over to Carball, and so the Admirals with a steal. Carball, left side, baseline jumper for Dallas. Good. Carball now with 16, and the Admirals lead 37-30. Gibson in front court, hounded by Neal, gives off to Redwood, guarded by Mayfield. Into the paint, spins, lost a handle on it. It was Neal with the help defense, and now Neal in front court, able to shovel it behind his back to Atwell for the shot. No good. There's Jackson with a putback. Yes, and one. Ryan Neal, outstanding on both ends of the floor. He knocked the ball loose and then made a beautiful behind-the-back pass to Atwell, who couldn't finish. No problem. Jackson got it to go on a follow and an and-one opportunity as the foul was committed by Hayden Mosley, his second and the first of the second half. Timeout being used by Coach Parrott, a 30-second timeout, as the Admirals have built their lead to 39-30 and a chance to make it double digits with junior Tyson Jackson going to the foul line to shoot an and one. First choice automotive repair and service free throw forthcoming for the Admirals, who were 3 of 4 from the line tonight, but a strong second half start. It all began with a three by Atwell from the head of the circle. Carball followed with a right wing three. Then it was Carball with a left baseline jumper, and after Bearden with its second consecutive turnover, Neal helping force it, the Admirals score going back the other way as Jackson on a stick back puts it up and in, and now looks to complete the three-point play. Cannot. Ball comes out of the cylinder. It's rebounded away by Jake Poole. Poole just entered the ball game for Bearden. He takes a pass back to the basket, top of the key. Gives off to Redwood left side. Farragut both teams, I guess, have been man-to-man throughout. Mosley off to Bailey, left side. Bailey into the paint, spins against Carbaugh and scores. Heck of a move by the senior transfer Bailey. He's got 8 and stops the bleeding for Bearden. 39-32, Farragut by 7. Atwell guarded by Mosley, right side to Mayfield. He's guarded by Gibson. To Atwell, top of the key. Head fakes the 3, moves into the paint. Gives in the right corner to Jackson. Could have shot it. Instead to Mayfield. Out top. Moves to the free throw line. Back right side to Atwell. Nice patient possession by the Admirals. 4:40 to play, third quarter. Carbaugh out high. Driving on Bailey. Lost a handle on it on the way up. And it's going to be saved down low by Jake Poole. So a turnover for Farragut. It's first of the second half. Here's Bailey just bullying his way to the bucket. Missed the shot. Gibson comes out of there with an offensive rebound, however. And so Bearden will reset. 4:19 to play third quarter. 39-32. The Admirals leading here at Bearden as Gibson picks up his dribble, bounces to Mosley in the lane, getting close to 3 seconds. The ball is knocked loose. Farragut all around it, had a chance, couldn't come up with it. Bearden did, and then an and one. Wow, that ball was loose. It was there for the taking, and Farragut just could not control it. And the ball ends up coming to Mosley, or Mosley ends up getting the ball, and then is fouled by Neal on a shot underneath. It'll be Ryan Neal's first foul, and here's a first-choice automotive free throw up and good by Hayden Mosley as he completes the three-point play. Check out firstchoiceautomotiverepair.com. Bearden 3 of 3 from the foul line tonight. 39-35. Atwell into the lane, steps through 2 defenders, got it to go, and a blocking foul is called on Poole. Jake Poole picks up the personal foul, and Farragut's Dylan Atwell with a big answer after Bearden had run off 5 in a row. A chance for a three-point play for Atwell, but he's short on the first-choice automotive free throw. Rebounded away by Shoemaker. Bearden in front court, trailing 41-35. Shoemaker falls to the ground, and they'll say Neal fouled him. That'll be the second foul on Neal, and second foul on Farragut. Both teams 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes, 15 seconds of this third quarter. Bailey inbounds off the baseline out top to Poole, into the lane, driving against Jackson, kicks into the corner to Mosley. Mosley driving the baseline in traffic. His pass thrown away. Neal comes up with a steal in front court to Carbaugh. Carbaugh fade away left side, good off the window. So Bearden with the turnover, and the Admirals capitalize on the other end as Dallas Carbaugh now with 18, 7 in the quarter, and Farragut leads 43-35. Biggest lead was 39-30. Mosley, right side at the elbow, picks up his dribble, gives out to Breadwood, driving on Mayfield into the lane, comes to a jump stop, missed the shot, got his own miss, however, misses on the putback. Now Carbaugh, those long arms, Dallas collects the basketball for the Admirals. Gives off to Atwell. Atwell in front court on the left side, guarded by Mosley. Neal circles around top of the key, but instead it goes to Jackson, who's the next man around. To Mayfield, left side, now to Atwell. Atwell working against Mosley. Knocked the dribble loose, but Atwell controls the basketball. 2:40 to play third quarter. Atwell driving down the lane, left hand, missed at the rim. And Farragut's Jackson got a piece of Bailey after he had already collected the defensive rebound for the Bulldogs. So Jackson picks up his third foul. Should be the first player on either team to pick up a third foul. And Bearden will have it. That's Farragut's third foul of the half. And so Bearden has it trailing 43-35, 2:28 to play third quarter. Isaiah Smith has entered the game replacing Jackson. Out high, Mosley for Bearden, swings it left side to Breadwood, looks in the post to Bailey. Instead, they'll go back right side to Shoemaker, guarded by Ryan Neal. Swing it back left to Breadwood. He says reset. Carter Mayfield on Breadwood. He dribbles right, gives off to Shoemaker. Now to Poole, run a weave. Poole down the right side of the lane, gives off to Bailey inside, puts a shot up all the way around the cylinder, and it came out on Darian Bailey. And so Farragut with the rebound. Carbaugh hands off to Atwell. Farragut with an 8-point lead in the basketball. 1:50 to go third quarter. Double screen set for Atwell as he moves right, shoots a three, short. And Bailey will go and get it. He'll bring it up the right side in front court for the Bulldogs. Bailey, little hesitation, pocket pitch. Ryan Neal, another steal. Neal in front court, pulls up for a three, short. Rebound goes to Shoemaker. Shoemaker in front court, left side Bailey. Bailey driving in off the left wing, all the way to the basket, scores. And Farragut trying to take a charge, ill-advised, will give him an and one opportunity. Well, the indication was 4 on the foul, but it was 5. We'll see if they get that straightened out. Yeah. Neal picks up his 3rd foul. That's a big loss as he goes to the bench. He's been making things happen on the defensive end for the Admirals. Bailey with an and one opportunity. This first choice automotive repair and service free throw as he looks to complete a 3-point play and does so. So Bailey goes to the bench. He's got 11 points. 1:26 to play in the third. Bearden's clawed back to within 5 at 43-38. Walker Kyle back into the ball game. He's out there with Poole, Breadwood, Shoemaker, and Mosley for Bearden. Farragut counters with Van Acker, who just checked into the game. Atwell, Carbaugh, Mayfield, and Smith. Here's Carbaugh, right side three over Kyle. Good. Carbaugh feeling it tonight. 21 points for the Farragut junior. And that'll be his 3rd 3 of the night. 21 points for Carbaugh, and Farragut leads 46-38 with 1:05 to play in the third quarter. Van Acker defensively on Shoemaker, who pulls up right elbow, cans a 15-footer. Shoemaker's got 6, 2 in each quarter. 50 seconds to play in this third quarter. Farragut leading 46-40 as Atwell walks it into front court. Guarded by Mosley. Drifts right, picks up his dribble, gives to Van Acker, guarded by Breadwood. Van Acker starts right, goes back left to Mayfield on the left baseline, bounces it to Smith, way out on the left wing across the way. Now to Atwell, 30 seconds to play. Carbaugh skip pass to Van Acker left side, guarded by Breadwood. Van Acker off to Carbaugh, 20 seconds remaining. Head fakes a long three, working on Kyle, comes open at the free throw line, off the back of the rim. Van Acker and Breadwood both with the basketball. And it'll be Bearden's ball on the possession arrow. .2 seconds to play. Bearden now with potentially the final possession. Trailing by 6. Breadwood, left side, bounce it right into Atwell, got it back, puts up a tough shot at the horn, no good. Good defense by the Admirals, and we'll go to the fourth with Farragut leading on the road at Bearden 46-40, trying to snap an 11-game winning streak for Bearden in this heated series. We'll get a 1-minute break, return with fourth quarter action on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Do you remember your family's favorite local pizzeria when you were growing up? The birthday parties, sports celebrations, hot melty cheesy topped pizzas, the hot savory garlic knots, the enormous meatballs. The Pizza Kitchen, 10420 Kingston Pike, bordering West Knoxville, and Farragut is that place where your memories of tomorrow are made. On the web at thepizzakitchenknoxville.com or by phone 865-577-9191.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Bearden High School, Dusty Street at our WFIV studios. We appreciate you joining us, whether on FM 105.3 WFIV, online WFIV.com, or the video stream provided by BDC Productions. Bearden will get a steal on the first possession of the fourth quarter, and it'll be Breadwood driving for a bucket at the other end. And so I was about to say, I talked with Coach Higgins earlier in the evening, and what was key tonight, and he said taking care of the ball. We've had too many turnovers of late, and then being able to finish. Farragut's had opportunities to win the last 2 games they lost. Here's Atwell driving the lane and scoring. Atwell with the bucket. And both teams early baskets here in the fourth quarter. Bailey into the lane, puts up a shot off the window and scores. Bailey, he's a load to handle. Wide body, strong inside. He's got 13, and Bearden trails by 4, 48-44. Farragut was leading 46-40 to begin the fourth quarter as Carball moves to the free throw line. Shot may have been blocked by Bailey. Came up well short. And here's Breadwood in front court. If it wasn't blocked, it was altered. And so Breadwood with the basketball. But Farragut had a turnover on the opening possession of the fourth quarter. They have only 6 coming into through 3 quarters. Got a mismatch inside as Mayfield is on Bailey. Bailey driving inside with the right hand. Shot no good. Too strong that time. Mayfield tried to draw the charging foul. Didn't get it. The shot was missed. Carball collected the defensive rebound, and he gives it off to Atwell, who walks it in front court. Picked up by Hayden Mosley of Bearden. Right side, Isaiah Smith, guarded by Breadwood. Now to Van Acker. Farragut freshman launches a 3 over Kyle. Bang! Big shot by the freshman, his second 3 of the night. Van Acker gives Farragut a 7-point lead with 6 minutes to play, 51-44. 7-point lead, 51-44 for the Admirals. Their biggest lead was at 39-30. Bearden working against, I think it's Farragut zone perhaps. Breadwood inside, nice pivot move. Missed the shot, however. Missed on a tip back, and Farragut comes away with a basketball. Carter Mayfield off to Dylan Atwell. Atwell up the left side in front court. Guarded by Mosley, now backs it out near midcourt. Isaiah Smith takes a pass. There's Bailey, anticipated the move, got the steal, drives for a dunk at the other end. And so Bailey with the steal and the dunk. Looked like he might have taken an extra step as he set himself to take off for that dunk. And Bailey's now got 15. And so the Admirals with 2 turnovers in the first 2.5 minutes of this fourth quarter, and Bearden has converted both into transition baskets at the other end. And so timeout on the floor. Bearden uses the timeout after the breakaway dunk by Bailey. 30-second timeout with Farragut leading 51-46, 5:27 remaining in this contest. District 4, 4A opener for both teams. In fact, the only district game that will be played in the 2021 portion of this season. But again, Coach Higgins was talking about the importance of not letting Bearden get out in transition, about taking care of the basketball after a couple of games where Farragut had been, he felt, somewhat careless with the ball. And through 3 quarters, Farragut had followed that recipe for a win to perfection. But again, a couple of turnovers here early in the fourth quarter. Bearden's got it down to 5. Coming out of the timeout, looks like Bearden's going zone, and Farragut's Carter Mayfield out top, doubled, had his pass bounce. That's a kick. And so Farragut will retain possession as Bearden's, I guess, Mosley threw his leg out, kicked a pass by Mayfield. Admirals have got back in the lineup Tyson Jackson. He joins Dylan Atwell, Ryan Neal. Neal's out there with 3 fouls. Carter Mayfield and Dallas Carball. Neal's the only player on either team in any sort of foul difficulty. And at this juncture in the game, 3, not that big of an issue for Neal, although you don't want him to lose any of his aggressiveness on the defensive end because he's a difference maker both ends of the floor. But certainly here tonight he has been. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. Coach Higgins uses a timeout as Farragut was just kind of milking some clock and throwing the ball back and forth between Mayfield and Neal out near the timeline. And a pass was thrown wide of the mark, and it took Mayfield into rear court for a backcourt violation. So quickly, Coach Higgins uses a full timeout, and that's Farragut's 3rd turnover of this fourth quarter. 4:41 to go in our contest here at Bearden High School. And the Admirals with 9 turnovers on the night. Again, 3 in this quarter Bearden hadn't turned it over in the fourth. They've got 11 turnovers on the night. But 15 points for Darian Bailey, the transfer leading the Bulldogs in scoring. Hayden Mosley, the next high scorer for Bearden with 9. Elijah Breadwood has 8. Wyatt Shoemaker has 6, as does Walker Kyle for Bearden. Jake Poole, the other Bulldog in the scoring column, with 2 points. Meanwhile, Farragut being paced by Dallas Carbaugh, who has 21 points. Dylan Atwell, coming off a 39-point game against Fulton, has 15 this evening. Ryan Neal, Dominic Van Acker, 6 points apiece. Tyson Jackson has 3 for the Admirals. Bearden with a 3-point attempt, no good. Bailey with a follow, no good. And Jackson with a rebound, and they'll say he's tied up by Breadwood. Got to get rid of that ball. It looked like Farragut had basically an uncontested rebound after Bailey missed on a follow. And then a held ball is going to result in the Bulldogs keeping it at their end of the floor. Bailey inbounding into Mosley, hands it off to Shoemaker. Back to Breadwood in the left corner, shoots a 3 and hits it. First 3 of the night for the Bulldogs, and it's Elijah Breadwood who now has 11, and Bearden pulls to within 2 at 51-49. Approaching the midpoint of the fourth quarter, and the Admirals clinging to a 2-point lead as Bearden goes zone again. Neal, bounce pass to Atwell. 1-2-2 extended zone for Bearden. Atwell picks up his dribble, nearly threw it away. Carter Mayfield with a save across the way. Now to Atwell. Atwell bounce pass in the middle to Carbaugh. Carbaugh puts a shot up in the paint, won't go. Rebounded away by Breadwood. Breadwood dribbling quickly into front court up the right side. Attacking the basket. Charge. Carter Mayfield took the charge as Breadwood with a player control foul. We've been waiting all night long for a charge call. Didn't have one in our girls' game. And we get one here with 3:36 to play. Player control foul against Elijah Breadwood. 12th turnover of the night and the first of the fourth quarter for Bearden. 2-point lead for the Admirals, 3:28 to play. Neal and Atwell out high against this extended 1-2-2 zone. Carball's in the middle. They look down low, force the pass, and it's knocked away. They were trying to get it to Mayfield, and Farragut with another turnover. It's 4th of the quarter, 10th of the night. So Bearden with a chance to tie or take the lead on a 3. Breadwood guarded by Mayfield. Off right side to Poole, guarded by Neal. Picks up his dribble, going to need some help. Fires it at the hash mark right side to Breadwood. Spinning, and they're going to call a hand check foul on Carter Mayfield. Surely that was, they're saying on Carbaugh. Okay. If so, it's his first. We'll take that over it being Carter's third. That would have been away from the ball. I didn't see it. Here's Breadwood. Little crossover into the lane with the left hand. Scores. Breadwood asserting himself in the fourth quarter, and he has tied the game at 51. 7 of Breadwood's 13 here in the fourth. 2:35 to play. Bearden stays with the zone. Why not? Carbaugh, left side, Atwell. Atwell driving. The lane comes open, scores. Breadwood tried to take the charge, didn't get the call, and it left Atwell with an uncontested shot in close. And Dillon's got 17 as Farragut reclaims the lead, 53-51. Shoemaker, left side to Breadwood with 2:13 to play. Breadwood gives it back to Shoemaker, who quickly returns it to Breadwell, left side. Bailey with the ball, guarded by Carbaugh. Gives off to Mosley, who's guarded by Atwell on the right wing. Bounce pass high post to Poole, guarded by Mayfield. Can't get a shot off. Now to Mosley, down the lane, gives to Bailey, left corner 3. No good. Rebound, Breadwood on the backside. Farragut had inside position, but what they call called a foul on Ryan Neal. Jim's loud enough. I didn't hear the whistle. That was somewhere That was somewhere away from the ball, and so that's huge. That's Ryan's 4th foul, 1:48 to play. It's Farragut's 6th, and so Bearden's going to be in the bonus the rest of the game. Bulldogs have been called for only 3 fouls in this second half. Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout with the Admirals leading 53-51. Bearden has the ball in front court, should be side front court when play resumes. It was 13-12, Farragut leading by a single point at the end of the first quarter. The Admirals continued to lead by a point at halftime, 29-28. Farragut up by 6 at the end of the third quarter, 46-40. Biggest lead for the Admirals came at 39-30. Bearden all the way back to tie the game at 51 here in the fourth quarter before Dylan Atwell's most recent basket gave Farragut its current 53-51 lead. Admirals return to the floor with Dylan Atwell, Dominic Van Acker, Ryan Neal, Dallas Carbaugh, and Carter Mayfield. Mosley will inbound for Bearden. It'll be from the baseline. I thought it might be from the sideline, but it'll be from the baseline. And in it comes to Breadwood in the corner. Mosley, Breadwood, Darian Bailey, Poole, and Shoemaker. On the drive, no good. On the follow, no good. Breadwood couldn't hit the initial shot. The follow by Bailey also comes off the rim, and Farragut dodges a bullet. The Admirals leading by 2, bring it in front court with 1:25 to play. They trap on the right side on Mayfield. Quickly got it away to Atwell. Picks up his dribble out top. Bearden staying with this 1-2-2 zone. Dangerous pass cross court to Van Acker. Left side gets it to Atwell. Now back out high to Mayfield. You can get the ball in the middle to Carbaugh. Good things will happen. Neal doubled. Needs some help. Coach Higgins provides it with a timeout call. 1:04 to play. 1:04 to play. And Farragut leading 53-51. It's going to be a full timeout. Going to be a full timeout used by Coach Higgins. So Farragut takes a seat on the bench. We'll grab a 30-second break for our sponsors and return with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Hello, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. After 22 years, we are both proud and humbled by how this community has embraced us. We are proud to sponsor the broadcast of the Admirals football games, and we are humbled by the support we've been shown during these past couple of years. We remain committed to offering the highest quality cookies, pastries, pies, and breads, and our cake decorator will make your special occasion a dazzling affair. Open Wednesday through Saturday in the Cole Shopping Center. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking at VG's Bakery.
Just over a minute to play at Bearden High School, at least in regulation. And it's the Admirals clinging to a 2-point lead, 53-51. Farragut with the ball. Side front court near the, in front of the scorer's table. Pass comes in rear court from Ryan Neal to Dylan Atwell. Ryan Neal, Dylan Atwell, Dallas Carbaugh, Van Acker, and Mayfield, the 5 on the floor for Coach Higgins. Bearden's gotten away from the zone, it looks like, gone back man-to-man. And so the Admirals with a double team on Ryan Neal, and Breadwood called for a foul. It's only the 4th foul against Bearden, only the 8th foul called against the Bulldogs all night long. So Farragut a long ways off from the bonus. 43 seconds, getting closer though, as Bearden fouls intentionally in rear court. Mosley picks up his 3rd. He's the only Bulldog with a 3rd foul. So 5 fouls against the Bulldogs. Mosley reaches and fouls again, his 4th. 42 seconds to play. In it comes to Atwell. Shoemaker reaching. They don't call the foul this time on him. There's the foul. Interesting. So Shoemaker with a foul, and they're going to send Dylan Atwell to the line to shoot 1 and 1. First choice automotive repair and service free throw. A huge one coming for the senior. Toss is good. Bonus toss upcoming for Dillon. He's got 18 tonight. He's now 1 of 2 from the line. Check out firstchoiceautomotiverepair.com. Trying to make it a 2-possession game as Atwell with a bonus toss, nothing but net. 2 big makes for Atwell, who has 19 on the night, 6 in the fourth quarter. Van Acker's going to check out of the game as Farragut gets, going a little offense, defense. Tyson Jackson, bigger body in for a rebound. Present perhaps some defensive problems inside. And it'll be Coach Parrott of Bearden using a full timeout with 32.2 seconds to play. So Bearden battling back from having been down 9 points earlier in the half, tied the game at 51, but Farragut has since responded with 4 points from Dylan Atwell, including the converting both ends of a 1-and-1 just a moment ago. And so the Admirals leading 55-51 with 32.2 seconds to play. Earlier in the evening, Lady Bulldogs had a tremendous performance as they defeated Farragut 69-51. 10 first-half three-pointers for Bearden. And I would say that they probably shot somewhere in the neighborhood of like 10 for 14 from long range in the first half, opened up a 22-point halftime lead, and won 69-51. Farragut's leading scorers were Ashlyn Sheridan and Ace Strickland with 12 points apiece. Annalise Bishop had 8, as did Annie Priest, both stepping up their roles in Keely Rogers' absence. So coming out of the timeout, Bearden with a basketball, 30 seconds to play, trailing Farragut by 4. Shoemaker guarded by Ryan Neal, who has 4 fouls. Breadwood, three-pointer out top, no good. Farragut will take that shot all day long. Carbaugh with a rebound, and he'll be fouled. That was not a good shot by Breadwood, and Coach Parrott upset with the shot selection. Carbaugh with a big defensive rebound, and then Bearden fouls with 18.5 seconds to play, and the Farragut student section beginning to sense it, that perhaps this long winning streak the Bulldogs have held over the Admirals on the hardwood is coming to an end here tonight. The foul was on Bearden's Darian Bailey, and showing it's his third. Carbaugh, 1-and-1 free throw, no good. Big miss. And so here is quickly in front court, Bearden Poole all the way to the basket, and a foul called on Tyson Jackson with 12.8 seconds to play. Jackson contesting that he was straight up and down, but it'll be his 4th foul. And so at the line to shoot the First Choice Automotive Repair and Service free throws. 2 of them upcoming for Jake Poole. The first is up and good. Farragut will get out of the ball game Jackson as they go offense, defense. Get Van Acker back in. Second free throw for Poole, no good. Atwell with a box out, tips it to Neal, gives to Atwell, and now Atwell will be fouled with 9.9 seconds to play. And so 1 of 2 from the foul line. Poole missed the second one, and Atwell with a good box out was then fouled a couple of seconds later, 9.9 seconds to play, and it was Mosley who committed the foul, and he is gone. Mosley fouls out. Walker Kyle returns to the lineup for Bearden. Farragut's going to have everybody back with Atwell by his lonesome at the free throw line, shooting 1-and-1. Atwell, toss short. Farragut's missed 2 front ends. And so here's Bearden trailing by 3, 6 seconds to play. Breadwood gives off to Kyle, three-pointer, no good. We got a foul call. At 2.6 seconds to play, we got a foul call on Ryan Neal, and it'll be his 5th. So 2.6 seconds to play, and Walker Kyle with a chance to tie this game as he goes to the free throw line to shoot 3. First toss, good. He's got 7 points on the night. The Bearden senior calmly strokes his first free throw attempt of the night. 2 more to come. 55-53. Kyle, second toss, no good. So now they got to miss it, I would think. I don't think there's any way you make this free throw. So it rimmed out on Kyle, and we're going to have a timeout used. It's going to be a full timeout. 2.6 seconds to play. Farragut has missed 2 back-to-back front ends after making their first 1-and-1. Atwell converted both ends of a 1-and-1, but since then Carball missed on a front end and Atwell missed on a front end. It's left the door cracked for Bearden, and the Bulldogs, Walker Kyle fouled by Ryan Neal, his 5th foul of the ballgame on a 3-point shot attempt. So Mosley's fouled out for Bearden, and now Neal joins him, having fouled out for the Admirals. And Kyle goes to the line. First free throw good, second no good, so now he's got a miss. And see who the Admirals have in the lineup, trying to make sure they box out the Bulldogs. Of course, Kyle's going to, I would think, try to line drive it off the front of the rim and see if it won't come right back to him in the paint. So Farragut's got to be aware of boxing out the shooter for certain. So here's the third free throw. Left it short. Ball's loose. It came right back to Kyle. Put it up off the window and scored. We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime as Kyle got it off the floor. It actually bounced. It didn't come back to him on a line drive like you probably would have hoped if you're Bearden, but it came back to him just the same, and Kyle threw it up off the window and banked it in from straight in front. And then the Bearden players come over and taunt the Farragut bench afterwards, and we're set for 4 extra minutes of basketball, an overtime session here at Bearden High School. The Bulldogs will not have the services of Hayden Mosley. Farragut will not have the services of Ryan Neal. 55-55, 4-minute overtime upcoming as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming.
Probably do want just 30
That's
here.
why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
So it's overtime in the round ball battle of West Knoxville. 55-55 as we head to an extra 4 minutes. It'll be Bailey and Carbaugh to jump against one another to get our overtime started. It's been a classic, but the Admirals got to feel like they let one slip away. So Bearden, I would think, the favorite with all the momentum going into overtime. Let's see if Farragut can stymie that early on. Bailey working down low, left block, no good. Ball is loose, and Carbaugh comes up with it, able to get it off to Atwell. Atwell in front court to Neal, and he charged. I thought Neal had fouled out of the ball game. They're showing he had only 4. So now he's fouled out of the game. So apparently I think I don't know. I shouldn't say that the public address agreed with me, but now he has fouled out. A player control foul and Farragut with a turnover on its first possession of the fourth quarter. So Isaiah Smith will check into the ball game as Neal picks up his 5th. Player control foul, so there's no free throws. Both teams, however, will be in the double bonus, as overtime is a continuation of the second half. And so both teams with 9 fouls, and at 10, of course, you shoot the double bonus. Breadwood, top of the key, guarded by Carter Mayfield. Farragut's got Van Acker, Mayfield, Atwell, Smith having just checked in for Neal, and Carbaugh. Bearden's got Shoemaker picking up his dribble out top against Van Acker, gives to Breadwood. Walker Kyle, Damian Bailey, and Jake Poole, the other Bulldogs on the floor. 3:05 to play. Bearden with one of its more deliberate possessions of the night. Here's Breadwood spinning in the lane, lost a handle on his dribble, backs it out to the top of the key, gives off to Shoemaker. Van Acker there defensively. Off to Poole, guarded by Smith. Poole, he was the one in particular who was taunting the Farragut coaching staff and bench at the end of regulation. Into the lane goes Breadwood, scooped with the right hand. Good. Breadwood has been huge from the fourth quarter on. He's got 15 now. 6 points through the first 3 quarters, 9 since then. And it's 57-55, and Bearden's going to go back to that extended 1-2-2 zone. Ball needs to go in the middle to Carbaugh. Smith, right side, doubled, looking, bounces it off to Atwell, out high, right hash mark. 57-55, Bearden leading on the basket by Breadwood. Atwell into the lane, lost his dribble, grabs it back, bounce pass down low to Van Acker, and he lost it out of bounds. I think a Bearden player flashed in front of him, and Van Acker lost vision of the ball, and it glanced off his hands out of bounds. And so Farragut with 2 turnovers now, a player control foul, and the pass that Van Acker couldn't control in the overtime period. A total of 12 turnovers on the night. They had only 6 through the first 3 quarters. 57-55, Bearden by 2. Bailey driving. Farragut reaches in, knocked the ball away from him, and it goes off his knee and out of bounds. Good reach in. I think maybe Smith got his hand on it, and Bearden with a turnover. Bulldogs, meanwhile, only committed 1 turnover in the fourth quarter, and that's their first year in overtime, their 13th of the night. Coach Higgins going to use a 30-second timeout. 1:39 to play in overtime. And Bearden leading 57-55 as Coach John Higgins using a 30-second timeout. So the Admirals trying to get off on the right foot in district play and trying to stop what has been a 2-game slide and games that were frustratingly close losses. All right, Farragut with leads late against both Morristown East and Fulton, and saw it slip away, and certainly that's what happened at the end of regulation tonight. So far, all it's cost the Admirals is an extra 4 minutes of basketball, but ultimately could cost them the game for a 3rd straight night, or 3rd straight contest. So critical possession with 1:35 to play in overtime. Bearden's going to stay with the zone. 1-2-2. Farragut, left corner, Van Acker, matched up with by Poole. They swing it back out top to Atwell. Now Mayfield, high, arcing, 3, splash! That one nearly brought rain with it. As Carter Mayfield, what a time for his first basket of the ball game. A downtown 3-pointer on the left side, and the Admirals lead 58-57. Farragut's 6th 3 of the night. Poole out high for Bearden. Lost a handle on it, and Atwell comes up with a turnover. Dylan Atwell with the steal as the ball was left behind by Poole. And so now the Admirals with a 1-point lead bring it in front court. 55 seconds to play in overtime. 58-57. Atwell off to Mayfield right at midcourt. Bounces it back on the left side to Atwell where you think they might come and double him. Off to Mayfield. Breadwood applies pressure. There's the double. Now to Atwell. Need to get it in the middle to Carbaugh. Atwell fouled. 39 seconds to play. Wyatt Shoemaker picks up his 2nd foul, and it's a double bonus now for Dylan Atwell. First choice automotive repair and service free throws for Dylan Atwell. First one is good. He's got 20. Second one upcoming. Free throw, good. 4 of 6 from the foul line. Couple of big free throws for the Admirals. And a timeout's going to be used by Bearden. Full timeout, 36.5 seconds to play. Atwell having hit both free throws. Now 4 of 6 from the line on the night. And the Admirals leading 60-57. Again, the missed free throws on the 1-and-1 and the turnovers in the fourth quarter. Critical in allowing Bearden to outscore the Admirals 15-9 in that final stanza. Or final quarter, I guess this is the final stanza potentially. Don't want to state that too soon. We could have multiple overtimes. But allowed Bearden to tie the game, and the Bulldogs here in overtime now, in possession, coming out of the timeout, trailing Farragut 60-57. So it's been a nice answer by the Admirals after the Bulldogs had all the momentum heading to the extra session. Shoemaker, right side pass to Breadwood, 28 seconds to play. Walker Kyle, right elbow, works around Farragut and missed at the rim. The Admirals with the rebound as Atwell with it, and Carbaugh is down and hurting. Carbaugh up slowly. Bearden had committed a foul after the miss by Walker Kyle. Nice move to the basket, just failed to finish. And the foul was committed by Darian Bailey, his 4th. And so, again, it will be Atwell to shoot 2 free throws, double bonus for the Admirals. The first one is up and good. He's got 22. Seen the last 3 go through. 4 now. 23 points for Atwell. He hits both ends of, hits both free throws on the double bonus trip. First choice automotive repair and service free throws. And here's a 3 by Breadwood. No good from out top. And the Admirals will see Bearden commit a foul. Long on the shot by Breadwood, and Mayfield, I believe, was fouled. So 62-57, the Admirals leading as we walk to the other end for Carter Mayfield to shoot a couple. And that foul was on Shoemaker, his 3rd. So here's Carter Mayfield with his first free throw of the night. Carter's a good free throw shooter, but misses strong on the first one. So it's a 5-point lead for the Admirals with 12.9 seconds to play. Second one for Carter, no good. Missed them both. Bailey the rebound, 10 seconds to play. Bailey not in any apparent hurry. Gives to Kyle, left side 3, offline. Farragut, Van Acker grabs it, and that should do it as he gets it off to Mayfield. And the Admirals end a frustrating run of 11 straight losses at the hands of Bearden as Farragut wins it in overtime. After surrendering the lead in the 4th quarter, Farragut comes back to win it 62-57 as Farragut improves to 5-2 on the season, and they begin district play with a victory over their arch rival and what has been an arch nemesis. Great high school basketball game. And congratulations to Coach Higgins and his Admirals on the victory, as it was Farragut leading 13-12 at the end of the first quarter. The Admirals continued to lead by 1 at halftime, 29-28. At the end of the 3rd quarter, it was Farragut up 46-40. Bearden, though, scores 15 to Farragut's 9 in the 4th, sends the game to overtime, tied at 55. The Bulldogs scored first in the opening session, but it would be their only points of the extra session as Farragut then rattled off the next 7 to win it 62-57. I had Bearden with 14 turnovers on the night and Farragut with 12. Bearden had just 1 3-pointer tonight. That belonged to Elijah Breadwood. From the foul line, Bearden shot 7 and made 5 as that would be 71%. And the Bulldogs led in scoring by Elijah Breadwood, who had 15, and Darian Bailey also with 15. Meanwhile, Farragut was led by Dylan Atwell, who had 23 points tonight and came up big in overtime, knocking down all 4 free throws. So Van Acker, the freshman, 6 points on 2 3-pointers. Atwell, 6 of 8 from the foul line. Hit his last 4 in overtime. He finishes with a team-high 23 points. Tyson Jackson, 1 of 3 from the line, 3 points tonight for Jackson. Dallas Carbaugh, huge 3rd quarter for Carbaugh. He finishes 2 of 3 from the line, 3 3-pointers, 21 points tonight for Dallas. Carter Mayfield waited until overtime to score, knocked down a huge 3-pointer, then did miss a couple of free throws at the end. But at that point, Farragut had the 5-point lead. And so that's a look at the Farragut scoring. Wanted to get that in for the benefit of Coach Higgins, who's up here to join us now. And so the Admirals with the victory. And Coach Higgins, we spoke before the game tonight about a couple of things, I guess, right? Ball security and also about being able to close out a game. And I almost came back to bite you a little bit there in the 4th quarter in both cases, but you'd done a really good job through the first 3 quarters where all of that is concerned, and you reverted to form in overtime. Did a nice job closing one out. I know you've been frustrated not being able to get the win at the against East and against Fulton, but close one out tonight against a good Bearden team.
Yeah, what a good job by the kids. I thought they really played smart, really played hard throughout the entire game. We executed our game plan for the most part defensively, and like you said, Eric, we made it a little tougher on ourselves. Missing a couple free throws down the stretch. No box out on the free throw at the end of the game, a bad foul. With 2 seconds to go at the game, but the kids, they didn't let that get them down.
Right.
They battled in overtime, even when Bearden went up 2. And I called that timeout. I said, guys, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Let's just keep sticking with the program. Stick with the program. What a big shot by Carter. And Dylan comes down and makes his free throws at the end. What a great job for the kids. I'm so happy for them. I'm so proud of them.
I tell you can't say enough, Coach, about the bounce back, because that had to be disheartening to see that lead evaporate in the fourth quarter. I felt, obviously, like Bearden's got all the momentum. They score first in the final quarter, but then they don't score again thereafter. You've got the last 7 points of the game to win it 62-57. Let's see, Ryan Neal, I thought tonight, made at a point there in the third quarter where you were extending the lead, pushed it out to 9 points. Man, Ryan Neal made some big plays on the defensive end for you.
Yeah, we've got, Ryan's a tremendous basketball player. If we can just keep him out of foul trouble.
Right.
He's a big part of what we do, and he understands that, and he knows how much we rely on him. And, when he gets locked in defensively, he can be very good for us, and tonight he was. I thought he did a tremendous job. I thought Dominic did a tremendous job. Listen, I got to take my hat off to people like Tyson Jackson, who started the basketball game, and his energy just throughout the entire game was tremendous for us. So, I'm really proud of the guys, all of them. It's a complete team effort when you come into Bearden and you win. We haven't done it since I've been here, so I don't know how long it's been. So for these guys, I'm so happy for them. But, I'm most happy that we could close one out.
Right.
We've lost 2 games in similar fashion, this year, and it was a trend last year as well. So for us to come out here and in a real hostile environment and really get it in and make the plays down the stretch was good to see, and hopefully the guys can learn from it.
I was looking quickly to see if I could spot where the last Farragut win at Bearden, when that occurred. I don't know, but I do know it's been an 11-game run of frustration. They had won 11 straight in the series, regardless of where the games have been played. And so I know you guys are really excited. And I mean, again, it's a nice win, Coach. Congratulations on the win. I started to say something about the way Bearden acted after the shot to send it to overtime, but we'll just leave that alone.
Hey, listen, this kind of rivalry game, that's great. It's good for kids. Kids are excited. Their kids are excited. My kids are excited. Our fans are excited. Their fans are excited. This is a great atmosphere for high school basketball. What a great game tonight. So, I'm so proud of our team. Bearden played really hard. They played really well. It's a great battle. 2 really good basketball teams battling to the end. That's what you want out of high school. Listen, but I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out Dylan and Dallas. I thought they were fantastic all night long. Dylan's been fantastic for us all year long. It's great to see Dallas back to what we expect out of him. With what we saw a little bit at the end of last year. It's the first game really this year in which he gives us what we expect out of him, so that's good to see. I'm really proud of them too. I'm really proud of our whole team. Look, Dominic Van Acker, freshman. First varsity game. He's been hurt. Comes out there, hits 2 big threes. 2 huge threes. What a great job, man. What a great job by these kids. I'm so proud of them.
As am I, Coach. You mentioned Atwell, 22 points. He was 23 points. He was Farragut's leading scorer. And Carball had 21. Atwell coming off that 39-point performance against Fulton. Follows it up with 23. He's the team high score, game high score, and Carball with 21. Congratulations, Coach. Anything else, or we'll just see you at Fulton on Tuesday?
No, we'll just see you at Fulton on Tuesday. Listen, we got this gauntlet right here, this 4-game gauntlet, which is tremendous. And then, we go to Science Hill at the end of next week. So our schedule is going to prepare us for the end of the year. We're a good basketball team. We're going to expect a good fight on Tuesday, and we'll be ready for it.
And the Admirals closed the deal tonight, at least in overtime. Closed the deal, got a win over Bearden. Congratulations, Coach Higgins, to your team.
Thank you, Eric.
As Coach John Higgins, appreciate him as always coming up and chatting, and he's going to go and enjoy this with his team. You know that's going to be a fun locker room he's about to walk into here in a moment. Again, this had been a long time coming for the Admirals. Bearden had won close ones. They had won blowouts. They had just won in this series, 11 straight. But tonight, Farragut coming off back-to-back 1-point losses, saw the lead get away in the fourth quarter, but responded with a 7-2 overtime advantage, and they win it, 62-57. Farragut was 9 of 16 from the foul line, 56%. Left the door cracked at the end of the fourth quarter, missing the front end of 2 1-and-1s. But 9 of 16 from the foul line. Bearden was 5 of 7 from the foul line. The Bulldogs had the 1 3-pointer from Elijah Breadwood, who again was just really outstanding for them from the fourth quarter on in particular. He was Bearden's. He and Bailey, Darian Bailey, were Bearden's leading scorers, 15 points apiece. And so Bearden had the 1 3 from Breadwood. Farragut had 6 threes, 4 in the after halftime, 2 in the first half, and 3 in the second half, and then the big 3 by Carter Mayfield in overtime. His first basket of the night. What a time for it, as it helps propel the Admirals to the 62-57 victory as Farragut improves to 5-2 and begins district play with a win tonight here at Bearden High School against their arch rival. What a great rivalry, what a great night of high school hoops. Girls game went to Bearden. Lady Admirals fell against an outstanding Bearden team, which played an outstanding game. Bearden winning 69-51, and again, it's the Farragut boys in the nightcap, in overtime, 62-57, snapping an 11-game losing streak against their arch rivals. Farragut defeats Bearden tonight.